Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel if you're new. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm Dee Christine, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you the budget planner that I have chosen for 2025. It was impulsive, but I feel really good about it. So I wanted to show it with you because budgeting is a part of life, and I feel like I've had my back against the wall when it has come to finding a budget planner that I can really stick to without a whole bunch of modifications. So let's talk about the Plum Paper Budget Planner. So I'm going to tell you as much as I know about this. This is my first Plum Paper Planner, and I've been looking at it for a couple of weeks while I've been shopping around, looking at inserts, planners, downloadables, making my own. And y'all know I don't want to have to make my own, especially about my budget. It will make me not do it. It just will make me not do it. And so I started to look at the Plum Paper Budget Planner because it's so customizable. And it also comes with enough where if you don't want to customize it at all, then okay, like we can rock out with this. So let's get into it. So first, this is a 7x9 coiled. You can get it unpunched, I believe, as well. But I got the coil because I rock out with the coil. I don't want to have to punch my own pages. I know it's so lazy, but I just don't want to have to do it. And maybe I'll feel differently later, but this is where we are. The cover is a smooth kind of cardboard, and I love that I was able to choose the script of my name, the border, the fill, like all of this and what it said here and how this looked. All of these things I was able to customize. So I love this cover. It just feels kind of bougie and neutral and kind of calming. That's where I'm going with it. I don't know if this came as part of this cover option or if I asked for it. I don't remember, but it has this clear cover protector, and then it has the cover. So as usual, gotta put your name. It does have the year at a glance, and so let me just make sure I'm in frame so you can see everything. Okay, so this is the year at a glance. Love it. I like that the dates are bigger and more spaced out. I like that it doesn't have a lot of conflicting designs, not too much to cover. Remember, this is just for my budget. Then it has the special dates, which again, I would make these kind of be connected. So I could put the dots here and then put the dates here. And I like that it's grouped by quarter and not by the different tab colors that you're going to see on the side as I flip through. It also has ideas, plans, and goals section. So whereby in other planners you would get like the 12 boxes and you would have to choose whether you want to use it for dates or if you want to use it for goals. I get 2 sets of these in this planner, which I'm excited about. And then we get into January. So it has like this kind of like cross stitch kind of pattern. I like that it's colorful, but the pattern is more subdued. And also, just to make you guys aware, it seems like, you know, if things get greasy in your world, that you might experience some spotting. I don't know if that's what I'm seeing, but I do lotion my hands a lot, so that could be it. And let's not forget that there's a blank notes page before the month. So flipping open to the month, this is what sold me. These pages here is what sold me. So the 3 goals at the top, which I would normally be using planner case stickers to recreate, it comes this way in the circular, circular setup. And Planner Kit does make stickers for the Plum Paper Planner, and I do have some on hand. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you definitely should be, because when I finish setting this up for January, just to mock it up, because we're now in February, just to see how all of this would have played out for me, I'm gonna be posting it there just to see. So you have the 3 goals at the top, birthdays and events, perfect, things to remember, and then 2 other sections. Now, this first page is titled Setting Up for Success, and it has 3 sources of income, which is exactly what I have for all intents and purposes. And then it has the expected and actual amounts, which I usually don't care too much. I have an Excel sheet where I would put the actual amounts in, and this paper planner would be more where I would formulate a plan. But this gives me an opportunity to think about how I can use this planner to make adjustments, because these sections are already here. So you have your starting balances in your bank account, which I used to do in my A5 budget book, but then I kind of stopped doing it because I wanted the space to track my income. Now I like to track it week by week, source by source. So this is going to take a little bit of getting used to, but if I'm just trying to see the overview, then this is kind of the overview. Then debt reducer goals on this side, monthly saving goals, and then this is like a pie chart for you to kind of visualize how you're saving, which I think is so cute. I think that part is just so cute. Then you have your monthly fixed expenses down here. So if you're coming from an EC planner like I am, where you're able to like itemize each little thing and how much it costs, you might end up doing what I'm going to do, which is just the overall category: transportation, housing, utilities, planning, subscriptions, and things like that. So I can already see that I'm going to be relying on my Excel sheet as well to get into the specific numbers and make tiny adjustments to dollar amounts, and then coming here with the final adjusted numbers. And then you have your monthly overview of monthly income, savings and debt payoff, and fixed expenses, and what your actual spending budget is. So love this. It just feels so comprehensive, it just feels like it just checks all the boxes for me, and so I don't have to draw anything up. And then y'all, I get hype about this, because boom, there goes the calendar. And this is why I started looking for another budget planner, because I am personally tired of feeling like I have to draw one or print one or buy a whole nother planner and combine it in order to have a calendar in my budget system. I just don't think that's necessary. I just don't see how anyone is budgeting and not calendarizing their expenses. Unless your expenses are exactly the same every single month and everything comes out on the 1st, I just don't see that. And like I said, I have 3 different incomes: family members, subscriptions, quarterly sinking fund type situations where every 3 months things are happening. Need a calendar. I love that the calendar is here and that it's neutral. You can choose to have no lines, but I just jumped off a ledge. I was like, let's just put some lines and see, because I already like things to be straight anyway, and I was afraid to not get it and regret it. So I feel like it's easier to white out the lines if I get tired of them than to try to draw lines that are not there. But I like how this looks. I don't see myself making any changes to it, and I was able to also choose what holidays were on the calendar, so I don't have like a whole bunch of extra holidays that don't have any significance for me. I was able to take those out. So I do think I also added the moon cycles as well, because I do lightly track those things. And I just think this is beautiful and functional and simple. That's what I like. So now there's more. You get into a weekly breakdown, y'all. So the breakdown has your spending for the week. So I won't have to kind of have a whole separate insert that I'm buying every so often, just of spending trackers to keep track of all of my expenses. I have the expense tracker here, or purchases here, and they're already categorized by essential, dining out, travel, entertainment, which I love. Then going down this side is the review of the week. So you can see how much you spent in each of those categories. Then your starting spending budget, what you spent and how much you have left, and whatever payments are due this week and how you're going to treat yourself. And now I'm like, oh, so freaking cute. So I was like, yep, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. So you are not able to customize the categories, but you do get 2 blank spaces where you can add categories. In my case, I might add a category for my mother, a category for my grandmother, because I do make purchases on their behalf, online especially. Then that would give me that flexibility. And then on the other side, this kind of mimics the compact vertical and what I was doing with the compact vertical inserts, where you kind of have some space to jot down notes or changes, or, you know, if you want to specifically write, you know, things about where you ate out or anything that you bought or any additional expenses, you have some little note spaces here. And then I was able to choose what this said, and I decided that I wanted to say spent, because I remember last year we were in the farmer's market and I would write down what we got from the farmer's market and how much we spent. Or like last weekend, we were just at Home Goods, I would write down specifically what we bought and how much we spent, if there's a particular reason why I want to track that. And then here you can have this say top priorities, you can have it say, you know, anything really. I put orders because, as usual, y'all know I like to keep track of my orders and what orders I am waiting on. So this is a good place for me to put, like, okay, I'm tracking these 5 or 6 orders, and this is wide enough where if I wanted to add an additional column, because that happens, we know, okay, sometimes it's 7 to 8 orders I'm waiting on, and I'm able to put that on that side and just kind of have 2 columns. So a lot of room. I'm very satisfied with the amount of room that I feel like it's very spacious in here. And so it continues like that every week. Every week. Yeah. Then when you get to the end, you get to calculate your results. So you can look at your overall spending per week across the entire month, your overall budget, total spent, net gain or loss. Did you stick to your spending budgets? Okay, and a little line of accountability for you to put why you did or you didn't, or something else that maybe worked or didn't work. You can check your bank account balances one more time, where the start balance, the end balance, and the net gain or loss for each account. Then you have a recap of your monthly debt reduction plan and savings, and then what your highest spending category is. And that's what I would normally do at the end of the month. Look and see what is my highest spending category. For some reason, in January, my highest spending category was actually household things, because like I was writing in my end of year list, we needed to make a household order. And so that was the largest spending category. But a lot of times, y'all know, it's eating out, dining out. And even so, I still need to calculate and confirm that that is in fact our highest category and set new goals. So this little recap page is amazing. And then it doesn't stop there, because you also get a blank page afterwards. Now, here's where some of the flexibility comes in, because there's a whole gallery of inserts that you can add. There is a page limit, but if you balance it out right, you get to choose for certain insert add-ons, whether it's dispersed throughout the planner, whether it's at the back, and all the good stuff. So you do get some choices there. This blank page, I believe I opted to have these blank pages at the end, and I wanted this as a backup in case my spending overflows. I can just flip here and see, which it tends to do. And that's the only thing I'm probably willing to draw up, and even then I would get a Planner Kate sticker with a transaction tracker, slap it across the top, and keep it moving, because I feel like if I have any friction about my budget, I just won't come over here. That's just what it is. I want to make it as frictionless and seamless and smooth as possible. So there's some blank pages back here, and then I also added shopping lists, because I'm still debating on whether or not I want to continue to use my meal planner. I think I will, but I'm not sure. And then on top of that, this is a great place to like write down specific things, like what sheets I need from Planner Kate, okay, and like what exactly am I getting from Amazon and for whom, right? So I have this at the back of every month, and that was something that I chose as part of my customization. So now we get into February, and it pretty much repeats, y'all. It just looks like a workhorse of a budget planner, and like they covered all the bases. And I found that I do have to open my mind to how I budget. You know, I don't want to be so locked in that I can't see that there may be a better way to do it. And so for January, I am going to attempt to just use it the way it was printed and see how I feel about it. And so this is going to be an experiment for me. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to stay in this planner, but it's looking really good, you guys. I mean, look at this. It's like literally like plug it in and add it up, and not a whole bunch of extra stuff. And I like the color of the tabs and the coordinating insides, where it's just enough color to add a theme for the month. But if I want to add a sticker, which y'all know I have to add stickers, it's a must. And doing so is not going to feel like what I was doing before, which is I use stickers in general to add structure and kind of add like just kind of pull everything in cohesively, so things are partitioned and they make sense to me visually. And so I feel like I can just add a little bit of decorative stickers and call it a day. So I'm going to flip through the tabs for you guys so you can see all the colors. Isn't that cute? So cute. And then it's like kind of pastel, but like not dull. So cute. So this is December, and y'all know this is my color for December, my personal color. Like I'm silver and blue and pink and purple. And so this is gonna fit in perfectly with the theme that I like to go with for December. And so we get to the end, and there are more blank pages. So yeah, I definitely added these blank pages, and they split it up throughout the month. So it's like 3 or 4 pages per month. Here goes the shopping list. And then I also added some dot grid pages. Contact insert. This is an add-on, which I think is great, because there's just contacts. We all know, like I don't need you unless I'm in this book. Cool. And you get 2 pages of that, and then passwords. And this is another add-on. And then at the end, you get the 2026 calendar and some cute stickers, which, as y'all know, I don't see myself using these stickers. I kind of am locked into what feels right or looks best to me. But just know that there are cute stickers back here, so if you just want to pull them out, they're not super big, and I wouldn't say they're very tightly die cut either. Like, as you can see, like, it's kind of like a square and not, you know, close around the design itself. But you do get a few, and I think I opted in for this. It didn't cost anything extra, if I remember correctly. And so you get 2 pages of that. You get your pocket in the back, because what planner doesn't come with a little pocket, okay? And then I also added a clear pocket, and you kind of, yeah, it opens up at the top so I can slide in receipts. And that's pretty much it, and I'm very excited about it. So let me know what you guys are using for your 2025 budget system. Have you gone to Every Dollar, or Everyone Needs a Budget, or Rocket Money? I don't know what everyone's using. I don't use apps. I just made my own Excel sheet and I plug my numbers in there. So if you're doing something like that, definitely let me know. Let's talk about it. And let me know what you think about this planner, because I'm very excited to jump into it. I intend to come back and show you guys the progress, where I am with using it, how I feel about it. And I wish I had a code for you guys, but I do not have a code. But if I find a code from someone in my network, one of my planner girlies, I will definitely drop it in the description box below in the show notes, because we're trying to save a couple of dollars, okay? I will tell you right now, with the add-ons, I want to say this cost me about $80-ish, but I need to go back and really double check, and I will also put that in the description as well, so you just know the price point for this. But I'm really, really excited about it. My favorite parts is the weekly breakdown. I also didn't mention that the paper has a little weight to it, and it's not as toothy as Erin Condren paper, but it's not slick, which I'm hoping will work well with Pilot G2 pens and gel pens. That's another thing I will report back on. And yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna stop playing around with it. Thank you guys so much for sitting here with me while I open and go through all the details of the Plum Paper Budget Planner. And I hope I see you guys in the next one, okay? Like, I will be back to talk about this. Have a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful rest of your day.